समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Okay, so this is verse 6. Okay, verse 6 we start today, and it is द्वौ भूतसर्गो लोकेऽस्मिन् दैव आसुर एव च दैवो विस्तरशः प्रोक्त आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु. Me shृणु means listen from me. Now it is, there are two types of beings in this world, the divine and the demoniac. The divine have described at length, have been described at length. Hear from me, O Partha of the demoniac. Now see, he is saying that I will now relate to you the demoniac qualities, the baser qualities that are there in human beings. They can be half and half, they can be total demoniac. It is not that somebody who's totally bad is totally bad, or there's somebody who's totally good. So the qualities of Daivi and demoniac are a mixture in people. But when they talk over here that these are the categories, it only means that prominent qualities in the individuals that have Devi qualities, maximum Devi qualities, they are categorized as Devik and Asuric and Rakshasic according to the maximum qualities that there are, tendencies that there are in these people. Okay. Now see, according to Krishna, he says that ye do log hain. One is the divinely good, and the other is the incorrigibly indifferent, Rakshasic, diabolically fallen. Okay. Now, generally, we translate this as all good qualities and all bad qualities, right? Now, bad and good ka kya hai? Ki please understand one thing, that the Rakshasic type of men are on the lowest rung of the evolutionary ladder. Okay. In evolution, when you come from animal to man, you become a two-legged creature. Yes, you do. You have all the features and the uh, biological features of a human being, but the tendencies are more animal-like. There are many people like this, believe me, and they have not yet evolved. So it is not really their fault. All of us have come from there only. We have also evolved from animal, from microcosmic singular cell, to you multiply, then you become this, then you become that, then you become amoeba, you become whatever is the evolutionary process. Slowly, and then you come to animal, then you come to intelligent animals, then you come to animal man. So diabolically fallen or Rakshas is animal man. Okay. Now then, they have not, as Gurudev said, they have not sufficiently grown up as yet. They are still, see, so many things when a child does, you excuse the child, isn't it? Because you understand that he doesn't know any better. He has not as yet been cultured into a grown up human being with uh, certain value systems. He is just a child. So we always say, na, "Andre bachcha hi to hai, chodo chodo," but he is just a kid. Doesn't matter. Then you try to teach the kid. So once or twice again he'll behave the same way. But then you continue teaching him, then he improves. So the same is with these Rakshasic people. Gurudev used to say that a dog wags his tail when you show him a biscuit. Right? And if you raise your hand, then he starts growling at you, barking at you. So is your reaction any different? When you are being benefited in a certain way, then you show love, okay, wagging your tail. And when somebody is antagonistic to you, then you also become antagonistic. So if that is where you are, then you are at a dog level. That is what Gurudev meant to say. That if your reaction is the same as the dog, then you have not evolved. Okay, then you are still at that animal level. So watch your reactions. Watch your reactions. That, are you behaving in the same way or not? And many a times we do. Okay, so how and when does such a person evolve? When he becomes conscious of his weakness, either through a mishap or some kind of an action, or somebody has taught him, or he happens to arrive by chance in a satsang hall and he hears something good, and then he realizes that, okay, these weaknesses are in me also. Once he becomes conscious of those weaknesses, believe me, half the weaknesses actually go, because then he is ashamed of them, right? He is ashamed of them. He wants to improve. He wants to eradicate them. He wants to remove them from his personality and become a more perfected personality. Okay, so then those weaknesses generally disappear. So just making somebody aware of his own weaknesses, or he himself becoming aware of his own weaknesses, is half the battle. Actually, the modern psychologists say the same thing, that they behave like that because they do not know any better. That is true. Or they see some kind of a benefit in that. Dekho, when a person lies, why does he lie? He thinks that he will either be saved from some trouble by lying, or that he will benefit by lying. See, a thief, why does he steal? It's a wrong virtue. It's not even a virtue, it's a wrong tendency. But why does he steal? Because he thinks that he will benefit from that, isn't it? A liar lies because he thinks that he will be saved some inconvenience, or that he will benefit. That is why he lies. Or he lies out of fear of something, So therefore, he doesn't want to face that reaction from somebody, so he lies. It's a convenient thing, so he lies. Many people, even highly educated people, I have heard saying, okay, I was into this difficult situation, so then what could I do? I told a lie. Imagine. And they are not ashamed about it. Believe me, they are not ashamed about it. They are not embarrassed about it. And they don't regret it. Now, those kind of people, they come under this category. Now, as I said, that the good and bad are not diametrically opposite to each other, and that good and bad are a mixture. But the mixture, the proportion of the mixture, हाँ, जैसे आप कोई दवाई बनाते हैं, उसमें कहते हैं 2% this, 8% this, 20% this, 40% this, ऐसे करते हैं ना. Similarly, the tendencies in a human being are degrees of good and bad, degrees of good and bad. That is all. But then one thing very good is that in our scriptures, they are not condemned forever. No human being is condemned forever, no matter how bad he is. So our scriptures say that, it is just a misconception because of which they do it. They do not understand anything better, that is why they do it. जैसे कि कोई the example given is कि आपको you see a mother of pearl shell lying on the beach, and you pick it up thinking it is silver, because the rays falling on that gives out light like silver, and you mistake it for silver, and so you pick it up. The liar and the cheat and the thief and all, they do the same thing, that they see a benefit in it, and so they are doing it, right? So it is a kind of a misconception, a misapplied action. That is what it is basically. Hmm. Okay. Now, so they don't know, and the job of making them know belongs to people who are slightly more evolved, who can teach them that by practicing values, you will be happier than by not practicing them. By not practicing values, you will go lower and lower in evolution. And if they can somehow show them through examples and also convince them, then they have done the job of raising the diabolically fallen people to a stage where they will themselves put in certain effort to evolve. Okay. Come to the next one. Prattim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasura na shaucham na picha acharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Now he is giving the qualities of the demoniac. Demoniac know not what to do and what to refrain from. So basically, they do not have any discrimination. They don't have the discrimination of good and bad. They think kuch bhi kar lo, kya farak padta hai. Basically, it is so strange. There's a very rich lady, and I have heard her saying, belonging to a very big family, or I have heard her saying, सच झूठ कुछ नहीं होता है. क्या होता है इसमें, क्या हो गया, झूठ बोल दिया तो बोल दिया, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. Imagine. And I was really shocked when I heard it. I couldn't believe it, that a person from such a family and so well to do says something like that. There are some people who say that those who are poor cannot practice values. That is not true. That is not true. They have not only been educated in the right values. That is all. They have not been educated in right values. Some certainly they practice some fallen values because of necessity in their lives, and they have to, otherwise they can't survive. But slowly, as you educate them, as you send them, they improve, because every human being wants to perfect himself. He wants to do actions where his self respect is maintained. He wants to do actions where he can congratulate himself that, oh, wow, well done. That is what is called punya. Any self congratulatory act is punya. And that will immediately make you feel good. The main benefit of a good act is that it makes you feel good, first of all. So it makes you feel happy if you practice values. Okay. Now, discrimination is a sign of a well developed human being who uh, who who lives with values and practices values every day. And an animal doesn't have this kind of discrimination. We all know animals live by instinct. They are programmed. They will do certain things and they will not do certain things, whereas a human being has a choice. A human being has a choice to either do or not do. So then here it is that demoniac know not what to do or what to refrain from. They know not. This is important, these two words. That because they do not know, they keep doing it. They do not know how values can benefit them. They do not know the value of values. Whereas a person who's evolved knows the value. that is one thing which will bring peace to his soul if he practices values. See, you do even one wrong thing, and anybody with even a little bit of conscience, that conscience is going to harass him. He will not be able to sleep. He will not be able to live peacefully. He will constantly be worried, about it, that I have done this, I have done this. Oh God, why did I do it? So all that is what it's torture. It's mental torture. Huh? So that, that novel by Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment. If you people, anybody has read it, it's a big thick book, but read it if you can. It's one of the classics by Dostoevsky, and that whole novel deals with this fact only, that a young boy, out of greed, he murders an old lady who had willed everything to him already, but he couldn't wait for her to die. So he says, who will ever come to know, because I am the only one who looks after her, and also I'll kill her in such a way that nobody can ever catch me. He kills her to inherit what she had, what she was going to give to him. But this is right at the beginning of the novel. The entire novel, named Crime and Punishment, the punishment does not come from outside. Nobody is able to catch him. But he himself suffers the punishment through his mind. Whenever somebody is looking at him, he feels, why is this person looking at me? Has he caught me? Does he know that I am the person? When he's talking to the police, again, he feels the same. When he's, walking down a street, and if somebody is walking behind him, he feels, why is this person walking behind me? Is he there to catch me? Has he found out? So every place, I mean, it's a thick novel, but how much that man is troubled, till in the end he himself goes and surrenders to the police and says, punish me, punish me. Unless I'm punished, I will not be at peace. So this happens to a man who has understood at least that he has done something wrong. There are people who don't even understand that. They think it's a normal. The absolutely diabolically fallen or the Rakshasic, they think कि ये तो normal है, ये तो होता ही है, and उनको there is no pang of conscience in them. It doesn't touch them. So, but then they also, our scriptures do not condemn them as absolutely people whom nothing can be done about, and they try to improve them. These people, अच्छा इनमें क्या क्या होता है? A, they do not have discrimination. Next, they neither have purity. Okay, purity, no right conduct, no truth. अब यहाँ तीन चीजें कही हैं. There is no purity. People who neither shave, no brush, no change their clothes. They keep on the same way. और वो ऐसे घूमते रहते हैं गंदे. So this is cleanliness of the body only I'm talking about. Dirty body will also have a dirty mind. Their mind cannot be clean. These two things interact. These two things affect each other. It is said that by looking at a room of somebody or looking at a desk where this person works, if the desk is too cluttered and dirty, it hasn't been dusted also, you know the temperament of that person. And if everything is neatly kept, nicely folded, there are categories made and no dirt anywhere, then his mind is also that way. So it is external cleanliness, physical cleanliness is very, very important to achieve mental purity. Here, the purity that is talked about is the complete thing. It is not just physical purity or the environmental purity of a human being. It is the mental quality, which is purity, which is very, very, very important. because they are all interconnected. Okay. Then और क्या है? शौचम न पे आचार. Achar means right conduct. Achar, you know, acharan, same word. So that also has to be pure. And unless and until your actions are pure, your actions are noble, your actions are selfless, all those come under good conduct. Your actions are beneficial to others, they are not harmful to others, then it is called Satya Acharan or good Acharan. Okay, so that is the they come with the divine qualities. But a demonic person, even his Acharan is full of hatred, jealousy, wanting to take revenge, wanting to harm somebody who has not been nice to him. So all those are animal reactions. As I told you, no, if you raise your hand to hit a dog, he will start growling at you also, or he will even bite you, attack you. So that is an animal reaction. So when even somebody is bad to you, or somebody has said something insulting to you, or somebody, then have that kind of nobility and the poise to take it in your stride and to think carefully, why is he doing it? Okay, so go to the root of what is there. Acha, then the third one is satyam. This is dekho very very important. We have dealt with it before also. 2-3 times during my talks I have dealt with satya. Satya is a very very primary quality of a seeker. So obviously a diabolically fallen person cannot have truth. They find telling lies the easiest way of getting out of trouble. And they deliberately, on purpose, pursue wrong conduct and lies. They cannot. You have to have the courage to practice it. But also, believe me, it is the simplest thing to do. Telling the truth is very, very simple. Just try it. And many times when you tell the truth, people don't even believe you because they can't believe that a person will tell this kind of truth. They say, no, 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 ऐसा नहीं होगा, आप तो ऐसे ही बोल रहे हैं. ऐसे कैसे बोल रहे हैं? Just the truth. Simple truth. Right? So that, just try telling it and you will notice most of the time people don't believe you. So it is not, you see, these kind of people, diabolically fallen people, are in, Gurudev has used a very good word, they are incapacitated to be honest. They cannot. आप उनको सिखाते रहिए, कहते रहिए, but they will still be dishonest because they see benefit in being dishonest. Whereas an evolved person sees benefit in honesty. And that is why you have statements like honesty is the best policy and all that, because it will help you to integrate your personality. So, therefore, integration of personality will bring peace of mind, equilibrium, and peace translates into happiness. Peace translates into joy. Unless your mind is peaceful, you can never, never be joyful. You can never be happy unless your mind is at rest. So these kind of people are incapacitated to tell the truth. Okay. Now, some of these people, ये जो diabolically fallen होते हैं, many of them are highly intelligent also. Believe me, they are. So many cheats, robbers, thieves, conmen are very, very intelligent. They find new, absolutely new, not used before ways of cheating other people. Haven't you heard? Paper mein all kinds of things come where they tell you how somebody cheated and they come up with new ideas every time, which you have never heard. So that means that they have an independent thinking intellect. They have a very sharp intellect, but they are using it for wrong things. They are using it for wrong things. There was this famous cheat. Later he was caught, of course, toward then, called Natwar Lal. आपने नाम भी सुना होगा नटवर लाल. And Natwar Lal, now they say, अरे तुम तो नटवर लाल हो. It has become a synonym with a cheat, a con man who cheats others. He was a very big cheat. And every time he used to fool the police because he was intelligent enough to come up with a new plan. So they have that kind of intelligence, but that intelligence has to be guided into the right channels. And our scriptures say that you should not condemn such a man because he cannot help it. He is at that level, he cannot help it. Like I gave you the example of a child, that a child cannot help it. तो वो जो है, you have to forgive him, and also not only forgive him, but then you have to slowly explain to him, make him understand, make him see the benefit of following values, and then he will slowly change. Come to the next verse. असत्यम अप्रतिष्ठम ते जगदाहुर्नीश्वरम अपरस्पर संभूतम किमान्यत् काम हेतुकम. They say the universe is without truth, without moral basis, without a God, brought about by mutual union with lust for its cause, and what else? अच्छा, देखिए ये ऐसे लोग होते हैं who believe, who absolutely believe that the world is without any basis, without any substratum, without any cause, without truth, without a moral basis of wrong and right or cause and effect, without a God, and it is just come about by the union of lust, means the mating of a man and a woman, and that is all that the world is. They believe that, and they think that that is how it is. There is no deeper meaning in the world. They have a very simple and elementary understanding of the world, and that is what they respect, that is what they understand, and they think that is the truth of the whole universe. Okay. But at the same time, at the same time, when all these people believe in asatyam, they believe in total asatyam. hmm, They do not understand that there is a super intelligence behind the cosmos. There is a cosmos. It is not a confusion. It is not a confusion. It is a cosmos. Hmm? And cosmos means there are laws governing it. So, who made the laws? Haven't you heard of all the scientific laws that are being narrated by scientists? You have. No? So, what are those scientific laws? Who made those scientific laws? There is a law, there is an order. The planets are moving in their track without banging into each other. You know, the all your solar systems. There is not one solar system. You know that there are so many solar systems. Yours is one tiny one. Your sun is like a full stop dot in the whole universe. Think about it. So, what is your world? And the whole world? And in that whole world, your country, and in that country, your town, and your locality, and your home, and the little miserable you. Gurudev used to say, you are a speck of microcosmic dust in one corner of the universe, and you think no end of yourself. And that is true. That is very true. So these people have to realize that there is an order in the universe. There is an order in the universe. But this is what they think. But dekho, how come that they do not see all this? They do not see all this because they are not firmly established in the truth. You have to understand that there is a substratum for the universe. There is a super intelligence in the universe. The sun doesn't take your permission before it rises, nor it takes your permission before it sets. Nobody has taken your permission before you get born, the day you get born. with what kind of intelligence and what kind of tendencies and what kind of limbs and looks do you get born? Was your permission taken or you were just made? Hmm? आपसे पूछ के दिल नहीं धड़कता, आपसे पूछ के सांस नहीं आती है. Even when you are dead asleep, in your deep sleep, isn't your heart beating? Who is making it beat? Are you doing it? Are you making your pulse beat? Are you digesting your food when you are sleeping? Are you reaching all your calcium, iron, phosphorus, this, that into different parts of the body where the body needs it? Who is doing it for you? You're not even conscious that you are breathing. Think about it. You're not even conscious that you're breathing. Somebody is breathing for you and keeping you alive. The entire dynamo in your body that makes all your cells alive and gives power and strength to your body to do whatever you're doing. It dynamizes your mind to think intelligent thoughts, to speak intelligent words. Socho. Think about it. Who is doing it? The question is who. So there has to be a substratum. It is not by chance that this whole thing has just happened. कि just हो गया है, कहीं से आ गया है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. But to see the change, you cannot see change without a reference to change. This is a scientific fact. Without a stationary reference to change, you cannot see change. When you see somebody whom you had seen as a young person, and then you suddenly see that same person as an 80-year-old, then what do you think? You say, oh my God, look what you look like now and what you looked like when you were 20. So, what are you seeing the change with reference to? When that person was 20 years old, what that person looked like then, and what the person now 80-year-old is looking, you see the change with reference to the what was, isn't it? Similarly, when a train is moving, you can see the movement if you're standing on the platform. But if you are in the train yourself and the train is moving and there is no reference anywhere, you cannot see the movement. Only when you look out of the window and you see a tree which is stationary, you can see that, oh, the tree came and the tree has passed. So you see the tree moving, you don't see the train moving, but you infer that that is stationary, that is planted on the ground. So my train must be moving, isn't it? So that is how, see, when these planes fly very, very high, especially international flights, all of you have experienced, when the plane flies very, very high, do you see any movement? When there is no reference, there are no clouds, you can't see the ground, you can't see anything, there's only space. Can you see that the plane is moving? No, because there is no reference point. Got it? So similarly, these people, because they cannot understand that there is a changeless foundation, changeless substratum, and therefore changes will take place and things will happen on their own with reference to that support, that substratum. ठीक है ना? सो वो चीज इन लोगों को पता नहीं है that there is a changeless foundation, there is an unchanging reality coming in which empowers change. That reality empowers change. Just in the Geeta, the line Sanidhya Matrena Kaunteya. So all change comes because of being in close proximity to that reality. Sanidhya Matrena, by the mere presence of that person, by the mere closeness of that grand reality, everything gets energized, that they do not understand, and they are not able to see these kind of changes. So according to these materialists, there is no, as Gurudev says, director of events. There is no master of the world. There is no super intelligence. There is no superpower. ठीक है ना? So all the laws have come about on their own. All scientific laws have come about on their own. Your breathing, your heartbeat, your function of the body, and all happens on its own. Whereas the scientific law is that nothing moves unless there is a force behind it. Isn't it a law? It's a law of movement, that nothing moves unless there is a force behind it. So anybody with even little bit of understanding will inquire that what is that force? What is that force that makes matter move? These people do not inquire into that at all. And therefore, they only think, they go with words like seeing is believing. Seeing is believing, that is all. Seeing is believing, but you don't see the whole truth. You don't see the whole of it, and that is why you say seeing is believing. Whereas, even a little bit, if you dive into the functioning of this universe, think scientifically, think scientifically that how can matter move? Your body is matter. We all know it, no? Water, air, flesh, bones, blood, mucus. Take all that the body comprises of, put it in a bag and place it in one place. How intelligently does that talk? Can it move? Can it love anybody? Can it hate anybody? Does it have a mind? Does it have movement? No. So any intelligent being is going to inquire what makes this matter dynamized. But these diabolically fallen people think everything is just chance. Whereas in the scientific world, there is no such thing as chance. Everything works on cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. These people do not hunt the ultimate cause. They never, their minds are not intelligent enough to think of the ultimate cause. They do not have, you have to have the leisure of time to even think deeply. Otherwise, what are you doing all the time? You're on a treadmill. You're on a treadmill. What is my next meal? From where is my next meal coming? And you're working for that only. So where is the time to think of these kind of things? No, you can't. That is why you have to be a little on the higher rung of evolution, a little more comfortable in a position in life for you to, your mind to even go into these areas. Okay. So here, this category of people, they tell the most beautiful lies, and they, because they think there is nothing in it, and they don't believe in any law, they just think everything is chance. Your own creation is a chance, the world created is a chance. They do not go to the cause at all. No scientific thinking. So we do this, and the ninth verse we will take up next time. ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।